Alright guys, we're just going to hop into here the constructed event here, so we are. I should actually probably turn the volume down because the audio was quite loud the last time. So yeah, we're just going to hop into finish off the rest of this constructed. So far we got one win. See if we can carry out the rest of the games. I've crafted overgrown tombs and the assassin's trophies as well, and the Vivian Rain, so that I can go that route of just splashing black. Does seem to be the better way than mono green, because this list here only has the two bites, which are the only way to kind of contest like other things on the board. If you have a big creature, you can just make it fight the creature you don't want to deal with. But other than that, I mean, it has the null tides in them, so I mean, you know, you can't really cast. I don't know whether it's a really slow hand. Yeah, one mulligan once. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, we'll keep that on top because it also helps with a ramp. Seems our opponent is on the same plan. So, yeah, they're mono green. Although they've had a bit of a slower start, they must have just drew. Now let's tap for that. And then grow the pelt collector. Nice. Pretty good turn. Although our opponent is kind of stumbling because they're a turn behind now from playing the elves. Well, I also have a Ferox. Let's see how this one goes. So yeah, we should have the Gul'dan next turn. See what our opponent actually puts down. If it's like, you know, a stay leaf, sure. Because if the Ferox dies, at least we get to pump the pelt collector as well. So, hopefully they have like a subpar. And some people are running like Blanchwood armor as well. I guess that would kind of be a blowout if they... Yeah, Rabid Bite. Rabid Bite's on top, so we kind of have to race our opponent. Okay, well they didn't get any value out of that because no flying creatures. Just cast this main phase, because why not? Okay. So our opponent could just double block with the Harpooner and the Branch Walker. Am I okay with that? Pelt Collector gets a +1/+1. Yeah, do you know what? We gotta sort of limit his options. I mean, we still have the Gelta. So yeah. He either takes 6 or he double blocks here. I might as well cast this down because why not? Yep, it's another creature. So I feel like we're in a good spot. Probably just fight the... Wait, what? Don't think he meant to do that. Okay. I don't know... Okay, our opponent misplayed there. So he did. He was actually meant to remove the Hexproof from my Ferox and not his own. So that's really unfortunate for our opponent. There must be a new player. 6, 9, 12. Yep. I like 3 for ones. Yeah, that was a... okay, so our opponent must be fairly new because, I mean... They did misplay with the Ferox there by taking the hexproof off of their own Ferox when they should have done that to mine and used the rapid bite to kill the Ferox. So yeah, it's pretty much GG after this fight. Llanowar Elves. Yep, of course that would go to the graveyard. You don't need a Llanowar Elves at this point in the game. Oh, good game. Our opponent stumbled and made a few misplays. It happens, but either they're fairly new or just misclicked on the Ferox. Okay, that was bite. Yeah, that's fine. Let's kill. My turn. Yay. Played in a Telt Collector. Combat. Attack. I'll attack. See what our opponent does. Block the Branch Walker. Oh, okay. Weird. Just to preserve life totals. But, I mean, unless you can play 3 more creatures, yeah, they do. So we got the win. Our opponent misplayed there as well, which is unlucky. I mean, I've been playing Magic the Gathering since I was like 16, so, you know, even because I'm unfamiliar with Gales of Ravnica and all the other new sets that have came out, Dominaria, Ixalan and stuff, like, you know, reading the card, like Ferox, like, you have to target it. He had to target mine, and for some whatever reason, whether he misclicked or it was his own sort of downfall. Okay, I don't know what to do about this hand because it's a bit slow again, there's no ramp. I'd prefer either a hand with a Pelt Collector or a an elf. We'll mull again. See, the good thing about this deck is that you can mull down to about, you know, 6 or 5 cards and not really be punished. Okay, that's... and we'll keep the land on top. It's shaping up to be a really good... I don't know whether to play the Llanowar Elves turn 1. Okay, we will, because more than likely our opponent's going to have a shock, and I'd rather use the shock on the Elves than on the Pelt Collector. So is this just mono red aggro, because we should be able to beat them once we stabilize. Okay, it's Boros. It's not looking good. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, like, if you want to use a Shivan Fire to kill that, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, we'll play this then. We need to find a forest. Do we need that? I think we need, what do you call it? We do need lands at this point, since he killed our mana dork. And hopefully the Branch Walker's able to block something. Okay. Is this too slow? Yeah, we'll attack with this. Well, maybe I should have played the Pelt Collector as well and got a 1-1. Yeah. We knew he wasn't going to block it anyway. But we really need to draw lands. And in this game, it's either one of two things happens. Either I just get completely mana screwed, or I just flood for 5 turns drawing lands. Considering this is a 21 land deck. So hopefully they don't go too mad with like an instant and then Gutter Snipe Daily Me 2. No, we're just going to take 2 from... At least the Pelt Collector will get grown whenever we play Harpooner. I mean, he's taking a lot of damage if he doesn't want to. I think we want to just grow the Pelt Collector we have. Yeah. keep pressing forward and try and getting our opponent to actually block, because if he blocks with either gutter snipe or the steamkin, then it's a win for us. Although our opponent's getting pretty low. In fact, we've only had 2 lands and still able to pressure. Quite good. Our opponent doesn't seem to have much burn. Like, I mean, I was expecting shocks and lightning strikes, but I haven't seen much of those. Even if he kills the harpooner, the pelt collector's going to get grown as well. So, you know, he's got to sort of like keep stuff back, but at the same time, he's just going to lightning strike the. I'll happily trade the steamkin into the harpooner. Yeah, just before it gets too out of hand. And we got our 3rd land, I think. We'll attack with this and then play the steel leaf, because since he showed me a lightning strike, like, I mean, he's gonna have to 2-for-1 this steel leaf champion. He's gonna have to use like a shock and a lightning strike, and he can't be blocked by gutter snipe or this. So yeah, I think we actually just win here. I'll play this main phase. Yeah, he has to block at this point, or else he's going to 1. Okay. Cool. Well, GG. He stumbled on lands as much as we did as well. Like, I mean, wasn't doing much with his turns. You know, the gutter snipe only getting in for 2. Okay. Yeah, that's nice, but I mean, you grow my pelt collector. And I mean, you can't do that to a vine mare. Oh, wait, actually. Why did I messed up there myself. Yeah, we'll just... Well, if he can't deal with a second steel leaf champion, then it's pretty much game. I meant to actually play the steel leaf before I played. So now you can block with the steamkin. Okay, lava coin. Fairly doing the damage now, so he is. And pumping up his creatures. But next turn we should be able to play the Gulta down, and then it's pretty much over from there. Like, our opponent has 2 cards in hand. Okay. Yeah, we'll just take a 5. Quite scary. Oh, nice. He pretty much has to throw away everything here. Yep, GG. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like, I sort of misplayed there myself. I probably should have cast the steel leaf before attacking, and then I just completely bypassed my combat step. But after 2 to 3 turns extra, you know, we still got there. And the cool thing about this deck is that the creatures are quite big. It's very tough for our opponent to lightning strike stuff that have 4 toughness. They often have to 2-for-1 it, which is great for us, because then next turn we can just slam down another copy. I'm not too sure about this hand. I may mulligan this. Yep, that's looking... It's looking quite good. We can Llanowar Elves into this, or if this still sticks, we can, you know, hopefully draw into Steel Leaf Champion. So let's see what our opponent's playing. Our opponent's mulligan down as well. Yeah, we need more lands. Keep that on top. Okay, so it looks like it's another mirror match. I think if he plays down his Llanowar elves, I think I'm actually tempted to rabbit bite the his elf. Okay, so it's... Wait, what? I'm so confused here because that's a Dimir card. Let's just play this in phase 1. Keep that on top because that is so good against this deck. Like a hexproof can't be blocked by black creatures is amazing because then they just have the green creatures to block. But this is some sort of weird Dimir / Golgari deck. Deadweight, okay. Well, he doesn't know how lucky he is for doing that because a null tide was coming down that turn. But now we just cast Divine Mirror and then pretty much it's GG. He plays a creature down, he's got 3 toughness, we can just rabbit bite the whatever he plays down. Golgar, okay. That is not good. What's he gonna do? What's he bringing back? It should reveal it anyway to us, what he's targeting. Oh, was that the deadweight? Okay, so I think we just find Mare here. Next turn we just rabbit bite that and then swing in. Okay, so you kill that. That's cool. I'd gladly take the 3 because then I'm killing it and swinging at you for 5. No blocks. So hopefully we draw a land. If we draw a land, it means we can steal Leaf and rabbit bite. And just so we don't get blown out, I'm going to use the rabbit bite on the Divine Mirror since he can't target it with Assassin's Trophy. Rather than like play the Steel Leaf down and then rapid bite on it and then basically blow us out. See, this is why this card is so good. Hexproof can't be blocked by black creatures. Like, and it's a 5/3 for 4. It just puts such an amazing clock on your opponent. I think our opponent's like just considering scooping. Oh, he's got a Divine Mirror of his own. Well, it can't target that. Do you know what? I can't do both, so let's just... And if he wants to trade the Divine Mirror for a Divine Mirror, that's fine. We'll play the Null Tide, and then again, he can't really he can't target that at all. Stitcher Supplier, okay, so mill some more. I know where else. We'll get this done. And then get rid of that. Does he have it? He has Assassin's Trophy, which we knew he had. Yeah. So yeah, we're not too worried that he's 3, 5, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this allows us to do both. We get the land card. We get to play the land, and we also get to play the Ferox down as well, which is good. So yeah, we're in a pretty good spot here. He can't kill the Ferox with his Assassin's Trophy. And we didn't mind about, you know, not getting rid of his elves with the fight back. The bite. Because, you know, they're all weak. So we'll find this and see what's on top of our library. Graveyard. So 3, 4, 5, yeah, he can't. And there's no reason for us not to attack him with everything here. Like if he wants to trade the Jade Light into the... I'm also fine with that because he's losing advantage whilst we're gaining advantage. You know, he can't take out the Ferox this turn unless he has a pump spell. Okay. At this point he's just throwing away cards. That's good because it tells me that he has nothing of value in hand. Mill some more. And he was just threatening us with a land. Go to combat. Attack. Swing with everything and let him just block, block, block. Yep, that's fine. Take 6. Sure, he's like, oh yes, we just killed the Ferox, and boom. Here comes the other one. So our opponent's fairly dead, and they're just drawing garbage. So you'll probably just jump. Just make out that we have something. Yeah, our opponent takes 5, goes to 4. Mills a couple. But, I mean, they can't win. So, set up with a good game. There's nothing our opponent can do here. Unless it's like a Ritual of Soot, which I think would kill all these, which kill both of these. I'm not too sure whether the Golgari decks run them. But, the writing's on the wall here. For our opponent. Okay, Stitcher Supplier does nothing. Unless they have some sort of graveyard recursion that I'm failing to see. But even if he blocks the Ferox, he still takes 5. And dies. Yeah, I think our opponent's just going to try and rope us here. Bit scummy, but I'll wait. Just let him know that he's a terrible human being for just trying to wait out the rope when you're dead. Like, unless there genuinely is something in his graveyard that I'm missing here. Okay, so he did have something to do. I didn't even see that he had a memoir. Yeah, that's fine. Well, it goes to hand. Okay. Well, he's stalled for a turn, but I mean... Troll. That's a land he has on top. Yeah. My opponent has to draw something to get them out of this. Didn't even see that he had a memorial. I genuinely thought he was just roping us like in Hearthstone. Since he has quite a lot of time he could waste. Yeah. I mean, the deck is powerful. You know, you just go wide or just play big creatures that they can't deal with, and that's generally how that goes. And I mean, this is fairly free to play. You know, there's a lot of people complaining at the moment, like people who are maybe transitioning over from Hearthstone to this game, and they're saying that it's not fair for free-to-play players. I mean, like, every day you're being rewarded with gold, and you get 3 packs, You know, like, I don't know what free-to-play players want. Okay. We can't keep this on. But yeah, no, like, a lot of people are just really unhappy, and I mean, there's really no reason to be, you know, like, if you can make a tier 1 deck. I don't even know if I want this one. You can make a tier 1 deck within a month. If you play daily, you earn your gold, you earn your packs, you get your wild cards. So, like, to see people moaning and complaining that they can't get anything out of a free-to-play game, considering how generous the game is just absurd. So hopefully they don't bolt the Llanowar Elves and we can play the District Guide next turn. Hopefully try and debate out a counter there. Like, if they want to counter this 2-2, that's fine. Nope, they want that to stay. Yep, get a Forest. And then next turn we should be able to play Vinemare. Hopefully be in a good spot, like, unless the Vinemare gets countered. That says to me that they have a Lightning Strike or something, that they want to just kill the... Yep, called it. So we don't care about that going away. Like, to me that just says that they don't have any counters in hand, they just have burns. So, I mean, if they want to waste their... If he taps out here completely, then I'm just going to Vinemare. Should I just risk it? You know what, I'm going to go for the safer play and play the Brontodon. Like, if they counter that, that's fine, because then we still have the Vinemare backup, and that's just going to present quite a fast clock against them. And they can't Lightning Strike that because it has 4 toughness. Yeah, our opponent's just going to counter that. And that's what we wanted. We want to kind of just get all the counters out so that when this Vinemare comes down, it's going to be lethal. So hopefully they don't have a counter spell for this, which I think they do. Yep. Feels bad. They're getting quite low, to be fair. They've got 3 cards left. We're still chipping away. Well, I think we may be losing this one. Okay, 3-4. Oh, we'll kill that since he tapped out. And we'll also play this as well. That was a pretty good turn. We were able to deal with that Drake, which can be quite annoying. And our opponent didn't have a shock because we could have got punished there if they shocked the Harpooner in response. Lava Coil. Yep, I'm fine with you using your burn on my face, or on my creature. Sorry. Oh man, if I could just not draw lands, that would be stellar. So at the moment we're kind of at a stalemate here with our opponents drawing early. Jumpstart. Probably can jumpstart it again if he has trash. And he's opting as well. So our opponent's getting quite a lot of value here because they're playing blue, so they're able to draw extra cards, which is really tough for us because we just have to keep fighting through all the counter spells. Okay, well, since you tapped out for that, you've now allowed my 10-10 to get in. So, unless you have a way to deal with that, you're kind of in a bad spot. And that's why I love when decks that really should be keeping their mana up for spells, like you let a 10-10 slide under, I just chump that. So we kind of want to force him here to use his spells. So he's going to try and jumpstart dig for something. See if he gets anything. Now that's just one card they draw from that. Yeah, our opponent hasn't gotten jack on that. See if we can't slip this Steel Leaf Champion down. I think he has his counter spell for this. He did ditch a counter spell. What was it in negate? We only run 2 spells. Yep. And we're also giving our opponent like better top decks because he gets to surveil. And the fact that he's getting so much value off of this Mystic now by getting these here, because he can just block with these, and so long as he casts spells. Okay, Niv Mizzet. No, we don't care for your Niv Mizzet. Another Harpooner would be really sweet. And it was just a land. Combat. So, their opponent's just going to chump. We may as well get another elf into play, considering probably about the only time we're going to get it into. Ouch. It's a really awesome ability. Oh, okay, so we can ping, okay, to any target. Yep. So, can he not get spells? You can just ping the board. Or me. And he's getting these 1/1s, these constant 1/1s. I need to draw that. There's a card that I have 1 copy of. It gives all my creatures trample. Like, I pretty much need to draw that now, or this game's gonna be over. Because he can just constantly block with this 1/1. And he can constantly generate the 1/1. Whilst also pushing quite a lot of damage through. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to concede next turn because our opponent, even though we were fighting through the counter spells, our opponent's just been getting more tempo than us. You know, we're taking 6, and then even if he plays any cards on top of that, he'll probably Radical Idea just to keep constantly, like, if he does, I'm just going to concede. Yeah. Because we're not getting anywhere with this. I'll just move on and not waste any of our time, considering I only run a 1. It's a 1 of that card that gives trample, so they're really no other way. And he just constantly keep doing that of, I'm going to cast an instant and get a 1/1 to block your 10/10 for days, whilst my Niv Mizzet just swings through. And also if I draw a card, then I can ping you for more. So, we'll not entertain him. Yeah, this is decent enough. We have some 2-drops. Yay! Mono red. So as long as we survive the early game, we should be able to win this. Okay, so remember that the runner has first strike. So block the lava runner because this has first strike, and we don't want to block that. Unless, of course, they shock us and swing for both, which could very well be the case. I think I want to play the Brontodon first, because I want to try and get as much burn out of their hand as possible before playing the Steel Leaf, because all their creatures are 1/1s and 2/2s and stuff. Like, this Steel Leaf Champion can just swing through them because of its ability. It doesn't care. Okay, looks like he doesn't have, or else he would have just like snapshot this. Yeah, we'll block this. And he'll kill it, of course, because... Oh, okay. Okay, Goblin Chain Whirler. That's fine. Killed it anyway, but at least we got rid of the creature. And this Brontodon can block the Chain Whirler quite well. So, unless he has another Chain Whirler... he's been very aggressive with that. Do we block the Chain Whirler? Yeah. If he has another Chain Whirler, we take out a Chain Whirler, so... Okay, well, I mean, okay. We still... Wait, what? Does that have first? Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Well, at least we got the Lightning Strike out of his hand. And I learned a valuable lesson. That has first strike. Okay, he's being very aggressive again. I mean, at this point, we're just gonna have to stem the bleeding since we're at 14. Okay. Doing the same thing. Over and over and over again. We're getting the tricks out of his hand quite steadily, but we're taking a beating. So I mean, we're gonna have to take 5 here, but at least we get rid of the rigger and the runner. Regain runner, sorry, should I say? Yeah. Yeah, that dies. So, I mean, a lightning strike literally kills this hair. It's just really unfortunate. I really shouldn't have kept... No, check this. I really shouldn't have kept this on top. But, hopefully our opponent hasn't drawn a lightning strike. They've shown us one on a shock. So, hopefully we can stabilize somewhat. I think I have to play the Gulta down next turn. Yeah, it doesn't seem like our opponent has drawn it because they're taking an awfully long time. Or have a shock and know that they can't kill both my guys. So yeah, opponent's mulling it over. I think if we get another Vine-Mare down, actually, we should be pretty good. Unless our opponent just doesn't top deck a Lightning Strike ever, and it's in, like, the bottom pile of their deck. Would be sweet. Yeah. Hopefully our opponent passes the turn too. Ah, that's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, more lands is always nice. There's no reason for us to attack yet. We draw another land, we should be able to play... I think he's just going to kill us now with Gutter Snipes. Like, any instant he casts just basically ends the game for us. So I kind of think I have to swing in. It's not looking good. Like, I mean, we were able to stave them off until this point, but Mono Red just pushes through so much damage early that it's kind of hard to stop. Okay, well now we can do both. We can play this, and we can play Delta. So what do we need to do? We do have 2 blockers up, and they would be taking 13. Do you know what? I'm just going to swing in with him actually. because our Videmares can't be touched. Like, we're dead to any instant, like, I mean, the gutter snipes are just gonna kill us. Third gutter snipe, okay. Well, this has trample, so he pretty much has to block everything now, or else he's dead. If we get I would really like that sorcery, rapid bite, because then we could take out a gutter snipe and swing in with everything, and then I think that's game. Although at this point we're basically just trying to fend off. He has to block the Videmares as well. I mean, the Galta as well is just going to deal 12. Okay. Whew. Send them all in and see what happens. Hopefully we scare our opponent enough. Okay, so he's just jump blocking, which is good. And I think I messed up there because, yeah, GG. I messed up. I shouldn't have attacked. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, we did quite turn it around. Like, we put our opponent to 3, but it didn't even matter what we did, because our opponent had risk factor. Even if I give him the 3 cards, the gutter snipe triggers would have killed me. So what do we get for this anyway? 1 rare and 2 uncommons. Let's at least try and get 1 more win, so I can get a chance at another rare. But yeah, I mean, like, aggro's always tough for mono green, because, you know, they just deal way too much damage before you can even do anything. Especially if they bolt your mana dorks early. It kind of sets you behind big time. Especially if you've relied on trying to get the Nanoware Elf to stick. Okay, I go first for a change, which is nice. So we get to play this, we get to grow it next turn with the Branch Walker. Hopefully draw another land and then get Champion down. Red, again. Hey, shot my Pelt Collector. Well, there's the other land. Nice. Hopefully we don't flood too much this game. There's been 2 forests in a row. He's gonna sack it to ping it. Yeah, that's fine, buddy. I'm gonna just play my Steel Leaf Champion and then laugh. Hopefully this resolves and he doesn't start sacking goblins for mana. He has to think about it. Yep, it resolves. I'm very happy with that. You know, you're in a 3-turn clock. You can't outrace me. We'll just play this down just because we need a blocker. Well, we don't need a blocker, but see if we can try and bait out some of the lightning strikes or shocks. Yep. That's fine, as long as you're not dealing with this champion. I mean, you're dead in 2 turns. We've just been flooding out this game, which is really sad because this happens to me quite often. Like, you guys have seen it here on camera. You've seen that I have drawn over and over and over again. I've drawn, what's that, like 4 or 5 forests back to back. Which is okay because if our opponent can't deal with the steel leaf, it's going to get us the W. Yep, which they couldn't. I'm extremely happy about that, even though I flooded out there completely, big time, and this happens in Magic all the time, and it needs to be sort of addressed. You know, that was a 21 land. That's less than most of the... It's less than most of the decks run, and I am still drawing 5 forests in a row. Out of what, like 50 cards? Probably less than that. Disgusting. So yeah, this was fairly easy to craft. I did spend £5 on the bundle and got the 2,500 gems in the 5 packs. Opened the packs, kept the wild cards, and then I used 2,000 gems to enter the sealed event. And after that, got a good majority of wild cards and stuff, and got some wins, so I was able to get some stuff down. Okay, well, we win. This is the mono blue tempo deck. This deck is so fun. Like, I think I've played about 15 games and I've lost 3 times. Like, the deck is good for it being only 4 rares. But if you manage to deal with the creatures quite early, then it's really GG after that. Let's see what our opponent's going to do here. So, okay. So, I think you know what, I'll attack. If he wants to trade the Llanowar Elf for the Mistclipped Herald, I'm fine with that. Let's just snap that off, and then I can play the Steel Leaf. So yeah, our opponent can't really do much now, considering we are pressuring them quite well, considering this comes down and kills the Jhin. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's those, like, I think that's the only time the Harpooner becomes, like, really valuable. Most times, like, it's hitting nothing. Because, like, there's no targets for, there's not many decks running flyers, but that mono blue tempo list, you have quite a lot of targets. And also, it's really good if they tap out to play the flyer, and then you do that and kill it, because then next turn they were going to Curious Obsession it, and just hope that you didn't have, like, any way to block it so that they could draw an extra card. So, this next game decides whether or not we go 7-2, or we drop. Okay, wow. This is a spicy hand. Okay. So, okay, we're up against the same deck. Next turn we get to deal with that. As long as they don't Curious Obsession it, otherwise I'm really tempted. They must have a counter spell. And it was Wizard's Retort. Yep. And we'll just slam down some more doors. So next turn, actually, we could play down the Gigantosaurus. Our opponent's just going to keep their mana up. Show me them counter spells. Wow, 2 Wizard's Retorts? Come on. What's that all about? Man, I really hope this other Steel Leaf champion resolves. Yeah, it's not looking good. As long as they don't draw another land off of this, we'll be good. Now that they're tapped out, I might actually... Okay, they're double Curious in that up. That's good for us. Because now I get a 10-10. Okay, draw 2. Hopefully get a island. Yep, there we go. Now it's a fair game of Magic. So our opponent has a spell Pierce. Because that's the only thing they could have held up. But now they have to debate whether they want to play this. If they have a, what is it, the Reclusion Mage or whatever it's called, they can bounce the Gigantosaur back. But if they don't, then, which it seems like they do, they don't have an answer for it, that they're just going to have to keep the Storm Tamer back. This could work out to our advantage. Okay. Well, I mean, if they do tap out, we're just playing a Galta and then we just win. I'm hoping maybe they play the Jin down, and then the Jin will probably just chump block. And then they've no way to deal with Galta. Okay. Splash. Wait, what? Okay. So since they're all tapped down, let's just go ham. The Surge Mare and the Trickster can't block the Steel Leaf. Okay, Sleep. Wow, main board Sleep? Like, that's probably allowed him to... Wait, you can't... Yeah, you can't use Surge Mare's ability. Wow. Can't believe we're going to lose because of main deck Sleep. Wow. Yep. There we go, guys. Well... Even when they don't have, when they have the shields down, they still win. Still sneak out big creatures onto the board, and that doesn't matter because Sleep. Yeah, let's see what we get. Ooh. Not even mad. Not even mad. Okay, let's see what we can buy. I want to buy a pack of Ixalan, actually. One pack. And we'll open it here just to kind of end the segment. Shockland. Aww. Well, at least we were given a uncommon wildcard. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed that that run. Should be doing plenty more videos on the channel, so feel free to check it out, and I'll see you guys around.